there? Okay. Do your favorite dance for David.
Oh, by the way, this is Barbara. This is
David's mom.
David's mother.
I'm fine.
Okay, listen
And I have a million gray hairs from him, but I'm hiding them. Okay, well, first of all, thank you all for coming. And I have a special thank you. Tammy and Nick did so much. Tammy, I can't believe it. She did the collage. While you're here, you gotta look at this. She came to my house, scanned all these pictures, put it together. She's made like half of the food. We've been talking back and forth like 100 times.
Every other day.
Yeah.
For like last month.
If you ever want to cater a party, this is the person.
Yay, Tammy.
If you ever want to need to do somebody at all, call Tammy.
I'd like to thank Kristen for getting David out of the house for me. And the rain held up for her.
I know, it's amazing.
That's right. See, we have friends up above. We ask, we pray for
I was
good
in
weather.
church earlier today, so.
Now, I was going to write a poem, but that would limit me too much because I really need to talk from the heart. It does end with a poem, but most of it is from the heart. Things just came to my mind and I wrote them down. So, first of all, for those of you that don't know, his middle name is Carl, all right? And this is how it starts.
I told everyone it's cool.
Cool. David Carl Rubin arrived on April 16, 1970 at 3:45 p.m. at Washington Hospital Center. His due date was actually 4 days later on April 20th.
The only
Do
time I've
you
ever
know
been early.
Do you know what that means? It means that's the only time in David's life that he was actually early to anything.
Sorry, I was a half hour late to this.
We all know him as Governor Dave. Ironically, when he was a baby and we were up in Nantasket Beach near Boston, since we were from D.C., all of his grandmother's friends called him the President. A little baby, he was 4 months old or something, and they said, "How's the President doing?" So you see, he's destined for bigger things. I just want to share 3 little stories of when David was a little boy. First of all, he was a quiet child when he was alone, but when he was with his friends, he was wild. And one day I was in the kitchen, and he was being really quiet. I go into my room, which was a queen-size bed. He has his Matchbox cars all around the bed. He had taken Joel's talcum powder. I guess, no, I didn't have Joel yet because you were only 3. He took talcum, I guess it was his, all over the bed. He says, "But Mommy, it's a snowstorm." I should have known. Okay, another time. He fell and he had stitches in his head. I took him to get the stitches done. I said, "David, just count. 1, 2, 3, and before you know it, it'll be over." He says, "Mommy, you do the counting. I'll do the crying."
This was 3 weeks ago.
And then the last funny incident I remember, in the olden days when the UPS man would come to the door, you had to sign for it. Now they just leave it at the door, and if you're there, fine. If you're not, it doesn't matter. But in those days, you had to sign for it. It was a cold winter's day. The UPS guy knocked on the door. I opened the door, and I got my foot in the door to keep it open to sign for it. David's in the hall saying, "Mommy, you better close the door or you'll get ammonia." David has always loved cats. We had Alice, Chester, Pepper, and Muffin. And unfortunately, they're all gone now, but we had a lot of pleasure from them. And of course,
It
now
looks
we
like a cat, kind of.
now
What
we have
size
the
of a cat?
Toad, it's a dog. David worked as a camp counselor at Lake Waterford Day Camp. He liked it so much, he didn't even mind getting up early to get there. That's a good sign.
Wow.
That's different than now.
As a teenager, he showed leadership qualities. He was president of Temple Solel Senior Youth Group, and he was the Maryland State President of DECA, which I think is a business group.
Like, this is your life.
It is. This is your life. Okay. Dave had various jobs growing up, such as Pizza Hut, and he worked at the Annapolis Mall movie theater, the Gap, the Haribos.
That's where the sweaters came from.
And last but not least, National City Mortgage, which is now PNC, which was bought out by PNC Bank. And speaking of jobs, he has a claim to fame. Wait, you have a claim to fame. Wait a second, I gotta get this out.
People booing the 40th birthday
Right here.
Just PNC.
Never mind. He has a claim to fame. In the 80s, he worked in Ocean City doing a job called Fool the Guesser,
What's this?
but we called it Guess Your
Sammy.
Age, Guess Your Weight.
Sammy, what's this?
This picture was in the Maryland State Calendar for 2001 in the month of August. So this we're amidst around a celebrity here. Here it is. And I'll pass this around. This is Dave in the calendar, Fool the Guesser. So I'll pass this around. You all
It's a
can
fan.
see that?
Wear a red shirt.
One of the
Not even
One
the
of the
color of the
OP shorts.
Yeah, right. Okay, David has always been very neat, but don't look at his room now. I took a look at it. It was like a hurricane went through it, but that's beside the point. When he was growing up, he used to clean out my linen closets, like I'd go out shopping or whatever. I'd come home, he cleaned out the linen closets, the pantry, and in Crofton growing up, when my brother and I inherited the beach house in Ocean City, Dave went, I didn't even realize this till I got there, he cleaned out all the drawers and cabinets in the kitchen and lined them and cleaned out the linen closet in the master bedroom.
My second home. I gotta make sure it looks decent.
And you know what the best part is? He didn't charge a cent. All free. Okay.
Family.
Dave, we all know Dave loves his Jetta. It doesn't bother him that he put $1 million in it so far. That's okay.
Piece of crap.
But he loves it. Okay, Dave has always been very thoughtful. Many years ago, I had to take this test. It was like a 3-hour test. When I came out of my bedroom door, he made up a card. Roses are red, violets are blue. I know you're going to do great on the test. Something like that. He made it from
You gotta
scratch.
become that guy again.
Really nice. He gave my husband and I a surprise 20th anniversary party. A really nice one, too.
Nothing compared to this though.
And he and Joel hired a limo for our 30th anniversary, which took us down to Morton's Steakhouse. Very, very thoughtful. Okay, as you all know, Dave loves baseball.
It's like the speech for y'all's wedding.
Well, it is. He loves baseball especially.
Go
Right,
ahead.
all right.
It'll be interesting to see if you beat my
All right.
speech at their wedding.
All right, well, let's
Their
see.
speech at their wedding, I
Wait,
can
that's in here. As you know, Dave loves baseball, especially the Orioles. I finally realize why he's not married. He doesn't have time for a wife in the game that he goes to. Think about it. Dave has been to all the American League stadiums in this country and most of the National League. Wherever he goes, he almost always incorporates an Orioles game or two in his trek.
Very true.
Moving along, David has the gift of gab. For example, he was the best man at his brother Joel's wedding, and his toast to the bride and groom lasted about 20 minutes.
I'm not borrowing that from my sisters. No, I think 30.
I think
But
that his
it was very
speech,
popular.
see, I think that his speech should go in the Guinness Book of Records for the longest best man speech of all time. I really believe that. They were married almost a year, and he was just finishing. Dave is the friendliest guy I know. From Florida to Boston to California, I think Dave has friends in almost every state in the country. Wherever he travels, he stays with friends or relatives. Before I conclude, and this is the best part of my opinion, I have one more thing for you to ponder. All of you have to ponder this. As the gubernatorial election approaches, with O'Malley pitted against Ehrlich, it's time to contemplate who we want to support. So I've made up a catchy little slogan, and it goes, let us think about this great country of ours. It's the home of the free and the brave. How about letting a newcomer on board? Let's all vote for Governor Dave.
Very nice. You got my vote, brother!
I'm not gonna try and compete with Mom.
All right.
I've been a manager for 40 years, so I've learned how to delegate. So she did all the work. So congratulations on your 40th birthday. All your friends are helping you enjoy your birthday.
Thank you. Thank you guys all very much. And even Sammy's awake. This is a special treat. And being good.
He's not getting into too much.
I gotta have a picture with Dave. I don't have, you have pictures with Dave.
So thank you guys. Thank you. It's very nice.
You want me to get a picture?
If anyone wants to go to Minnesota, I'll be there in 2 weeks for the Orioles. What? I was like, close. I'm gonna stay there longer if you have clothes.
Your Cal Ripken bobblehead?
I got a couple of them throughout the house. Oh, yeah.
I didn't want to have to give you mine, but I wanted to see if you had.
I appreciate that.
They want one for
I'm gonna give you to somebody.
Yeah.
All you have to do is your sticker.
Yes.
Come on, Dave, open your present.
Joe, you might as well get up too.
You're upset.
Get up for what?
I like Dick.
You're part of the family.
And Sarah and Sammy and
Oh, you
Tina.
haven't pulled
We're gonna
bubbles.
blow it bubbles.
We'll do this and then
All
we'll.
right.
Yeah.
More?
And I used to be taller than you.
I think you still might be.
Okay. Can you get us?
Lisa, do a picture.
Can you say cheese?
Ready?
Yeah.
Say cheese.
They got me.
He looks really cute from the back.
One more.
Okay. Ready?
Okay.
We all have to sit over
Hey,
there.
Sammy. Ready, Sam? Hey, Sammy. Ready?
Burgers. Chicken burger.
Dave, you want your gift now, or?
Whatever you guys want, man. You guys tell me what to do.
Hey, why don't you sit in that chair over there? I can wash my car. Sit in that chair.
So all the pictures we have of everywhere are like me and Joel and Sandy.
Yeah. Before you're closing. God. You're like, and if we don't close, we're not coming to that damn party. It'll be $5.
Man.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
gonna bring up the cake.
Very good. Very good.
Jim Marie, I hope you fit
Jim Marie.
I just have a box in the drawer. And I meant to. You mentioned it in the meeting. I was like, damn.
So you knew about the party I mentioned.
Okay, don't do it. Well.
Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny.
David's orchard. It's like, wait.
Oh, right.
You're crazy.
You're crazy. You're a wild and crazy boy.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
The calendar is 2001?
Yes.
Seems like just yesterday. Doesn't seem, it seems
Well,
like
well,
it would have
I
been
was-
like in the 90s.
It was in the 90s, but
They held that picture all the
That's
time.
exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did. They held it in,
you have to get a picture of the cake.
Picture.
yeah, because it was like the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when the picture was taken, but
And they decided, oh, let's use this now.
yeah.
When the building doesn't even exist anymore.
Wow.
It's not like the boardwalk style change.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, he's over.
Hey, Dave, we tried to get the Chick-fil-A cow to come over and party with us, but we couldn't do it.
What? Neighbor Derek couldn't arrange that? That is unacceptable.
And I was a little bit
Oh, yeah,
of a
but-
stretch. They didn't have the Orioles one.
You, like 2 months ago, you called and asked me this question, didn't you?
Yeah, no, I did, but I went back today and they still had them. And they didn't have any Orioles ones, so.
No.
I just saw it. Look, look.
XL, perfect.
Yes.
But like, I figured so when you go to the Nationals games, you have.
Now I'm gonna go on the road with the Nationals to be able to wear this. That was awesome. It's a work shirt.
Put a little red tie on
Friday,
it.
National Day.
Wear that in your Orioles time.
Oh, that's
You know I will.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. That's great.
Might not get it back.
Thank you very much. You know, I've seen that in the Orioles thing before. It's like 80 or 100 bucks. I refuse to spend that kind of money on insurance.
Oh, okay.
Good deal over there?
We're off of the 14th.
What's really gonna be important?
Very important. Yeah. All right.
I like this.
Sit down and
Why do you keep saying sit down, sit down? Should I be a little concerned? Huh?
We don't want you. Look, that chair has wheels on it. It's to get you used to the wheelchair, dude.
It's not like there's gonna be a big bucket of water. Keep sitting here.
Just keep on moving. It's Nickelodeon. Slime's coming in time. I know how you feel about that.
I love the cell phones.
I know, now you got the
Fire.
What's up, Sam?
Yeah, it's like a card. I almost had to write your card on a pizza today.
I think I can. That's not funny.
You didn't want to read it?
All right. Turning 40.
It's the door.
Listen to your mind. Your mind says you're young, you're vibrant, you can do anything a 20-year-old can do. Then listen to your body, or listen to what your body says. My body thinks it's 20. Not that old.
Depends.
Oh,
For
yeah.
men.
Well.
Hey, you ain't got to push on.
But, you know, those could come in handy for cross country.
Hey.
No more long-term come.
No, me and the astronaut chick from Texas.
Wine festival's there.
Try them on.
There's got to be more gifts to open. You know,
That all depends, Dave.
That's, I'm not that old. These will come in handy in a few years.
I was gonna wear a black armband.
Diapers, untold diapers.
Put your head in it.
Put your head in.
Hi, Dave.
Okay, Dave,
Yes.
we got a
God.
birthday cake lit up here for you.
Oh my goodness, it's non-stop.
Okay.
It's gotta be quick, right? She's gonna burn down the house down.
I almost burned my parents'
Yeah,
house.
last week we set up the smoke detector. No, seriously, because the candles were sparklers. And there was a lot of smoke, and it actually did.